common musculoskeletal condition is epicondylitis, or also known as tennis elbow. Tennis elbow is described as chronic pain at the lateral epicondyle of the humerus. The lateral epicondyle is located on the outside portion of the humerus, where it also meets the radius and the ulna. The condition can be caused by playing tennis, fencing, or racquetball, or it can also be caused by simple things such as typing, painting, raking, or knitting. Tennis elbow occurs with activity combining pronation and supination of the forearm with an extended wrist.
So what type of symptoms are you experiencing?
I have pain in my elbow and below my elbow, my forearm, and my elbow feels stiff to bend, and I have limited motion in my wrist.
So when did your pain begin?
About last week after my tennis tournament.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst, how bad is your pain?
I'd say like a 7.
Okay. I'm just going to feel around and let me know when it starts to hurt.
It's right in there.
Around a 7 around here?
Yeah.
And what about down here?
A little bit less down there. Still stiff though.
Okay, now I just want to assess where exactly your pain hurts and how much. So we're just going to bring your arm out here. Try to lift your hand up against my resistance. How's that pain?
Yeah, that hurts. Probably 8.
Okay, and now farther we're just going to make a fist and stick out this finger and try to press up against this resistance. And what number would you say that is?
So that's closer to 9.
Okay. Okay, based on the assessment, I'd say that your symptoms are most commonly associated with epicondylitis, which is also known as tennis elbow. There are some things that we can do to help lessen your pain, though.
Okay. So I guess I have tennis elbow.
The first treatment for this condition is the acronym RICE: rest, ice, compression, elevation. After you've rested for a couple weeks, then you can start some exercises to relieve the pain. Once you're ready to start exercises, the first exercise you can start with is by putting your affected arm out and using your unaffected arm to push it down for about 30 seconds 3 times a day. Good job. The second exercise you can do is to supinate and pronate the wrist over a hard surface with a small weight. Exactly. The last exercise you can do to help strengthen the forearm is to flex and extend the wrist again over a hard surface. Good. Other treatment of tennis elbow includes ibuprofen or aspirin, a brace on the forearm, or even surgery if it's very severe.
Okay.
Tennis elbow can affect your activities of daily living, which is why it's very important to do exercises or get treatment to help your pain.
Well, it's been about 2 weeks. I've been doing all my exercise and I'm feeling a lot better. Off to play more tennis.